Every Saturday morning, I like to do something simple. I like to visit the farmers market in the center of my town. The market is not very far from my home, so I usually walk there. It is a small tradition that I enjoy because it allows me to start my weekend in a peaceful way. This Saturday morning, the weather is beautiful. The sky is clear, the sun is shining, and the air is fresh. I open my window and feel the cool morning air coming into my room. The streets outside are still quiet, and the town is slowly starting a new day. I make myself a coffee and sit at the kitchen table for a few minutes. I look outside and watch people walking with their dogs, riding their bikes, and beginning their morning activities. I enjoy these quiet moments because they help me slow down before starting my day. Today, I want to buy some fresh vegetables, fruit, bread, and a few other things for the week. I take a small notebook and write a shopping list. On my list, I write tomatoes, carrots, apples, eggs, cheese, bread, and honey. I also want to buy some flowers because I like having fresh flowers in my kitchen. After breakfast, I prepare my bag. I take a reusable shopping bag because I do not want to use plastic bags. I also take my wallet and my small notebook with my shopping list. Before leaving home, I check the weather one more time. The sun is still shining, so I put on a light jacket and comfortable shoes. I close the door and start walking toward the market. The walk takes about 20 minutes, but I enjoy it because I can take my time and look around. I like walking through my town in the morning when everything feels calm and peaceful. On the way, I walk past a small park. The trees are green and I can hear birds singing in the branches. A few people are sitting on benches and enjoying the morning. The atmosphere is relaxing and I feel happy to be outside. When I arrive near the market square, I can already see many colorful stalls. The market is becoming busy, but it still feels comfortable and friendly. People are walking around with baskets, shopping bags, and small carts. The first thing I notice is the smell. I can smell fresh bread, fruit, flowers, and coffee from a small stand nearby. These different smells create a warm and welcoming atmosphere. I walk slowly through the market and look at all the different stalls. Each stall has something special. Some farmers sell vegetables, some sell cheese, and others sell homemade products like jam and honey. I like visiting the farmers market because the products feel different from the ones in a supermarket. The vegetables look fresh, the colors are beautiful, and many products come from farms near my town. I arrive at the first vegetable stall. There are many different vegetables on the table. I see red tomatoes, green lettuce, carrots, potatoes, onions, and fresh herbs. Everything looks colorful and fresh. The tomatoes are bright red and the carrots are clean and orange. I choose some tomatoes and carrots for my meals during the week. I put them carefully in my bag and continue looking at the different products. Then I look at the fresh herbs. I like cooking with herbs because they give more flavor to simple meals. I buy some fresh basil and imagine making a nice tomato salad later at home. After buying vegetables, I continue walking through the market. The next stall is full of fruit. There are apples, pears, strawberries, and other seasonal fruits. I always enjoy this part of the market because the colors are beautiful and everything looks fresh. There are bright red apples, yellow pears, and small baskets full of strawberries. I pick some apples because they are perfect for a snack during the week. I also buy a basket of strawberries because they smell sweet and look delicious. The person at the stall carefully places the fruit in a paper bag, and I put it gently into my shopping bag. As I continue walking, I discover a small bakery stand. The smell of fresh bread becomes stronger as I get closer. The bakery sells many different kinds of bread. There are long baguettes, round loaves, small rolls, and breads covered with different seeds. I love fresh bread, especially when it is still warm. I choose a large loaf because I know I will enjoy it for breakfast and lunch during the next few days. The baker places it in a paper bag, and the warm smell follows me as I continue walking through the market. Not far from the bakery, I find a flower stall. The flowers immediately catch my attention because they add so much colour to the market. I see yellow sunflowers, white daisies, pink roses, and purple lavender. The fresh flowers make the whole square feel bright and welcoming. I choose a small bouquet for my kitchen. I imagine putting the flowers in a glass vase on my table when I get home. Fresh flowers always make my home feel more comfortable, and they remind me of sunny mornings like this one. Next, I stop at a stall that sells honey and homemade jam. The jars are neatly arranged on a large wooden table. Some jars contain golden honey, while others are filled with colourful jams made from strawberries, raspberries, apricots, and blueberries. I enjoy looking at all the different flavours. Small signs explain where each product comes from and how it is made. I choose a jar of honey because I like adding honey to my tea. I also buy a small jar of strawberry jam that will be perfect with fresh bread for breakfast. I continue exploring the market and arrive at a cheese stall. There are many different cheeses with different shapes, sizes, and colours. Some cheeses are soft and creamy, while others are firm and have a stronger smell. I enjoy discovering local products that I cannot always find in supermarkets. After looking at the different choices, I decide to buy a simple local cheese that goes well with fresh bread and tomatoes. The farmer wraps it carefully in paper before handing it to me. I put it safely into my bag and continue my visit. A few stalls farther, I arrive at a stand that sells fresh eggs. The eggs are arranged in small cardboard boxes and look very different from the ones I usually buy. They come from a nearby farm, and I like knowing where my food comes from. I buy one box because I often prepare simple meals with eggs during the week. My shopping bag is becoming heavier now, but I do not mind. I enjoy carrying fresh products that I have chosen myself. Every purchase reminds me that I am supporting local farmers and small businesses. As I continue walking, I notice many other interesting stalls. Some sell handmade soap, others offer local fruit juice, and a few display handmade wooden objects and small decorations. Even when I do not buy anything, I enjoy looking around and discovering something new. The market is full of life, but it never feels stressful. People walk slowly, smile, and take their time. Nobody seems to be in a hurry. This relaxed atmosphere is one of the reasons why I enjoy coming here every Saturday morning. I continue walking through the market one more time. I look at all the people around me and enjoy the atmosphere. A farmer is arranging vegetables on his table. A baker is placing warm bread into baskets, and customers are carefully choosing fruit for the weekend. Everything feels calm and natural. I like places where people take time to choose good products and enjoy simple moments together. For me, the farmer's market is much more than a place to buy food. It is also a place where I can slow down, enjoy the morning, and appreciate the simple pleasures of everyday life. After walking around the market for quite some time, I decide to take a short break. Near the market square, there is a wooden bench under a large tree. I sit down for a few minutes and place my shopping bag beside me. It feels good to rest and simply watch everything happening around me. The bag is getting heavier, but I feel happy with everything I have bought. I take a deep breath and enjoy the peaceful atmosphere. Even though many people are walking around, the market never feels noisy. Everyone seems relaxed and happy to spend the morning outside. Families are walking together with baskets full of fresh food. Some people stop to admire the flowers, while others carefully choose fruit and vegetables. Children look with curiosity at the colourful stalls, and older people enjoy a cup of coffee while talking with friends. It is pleasant to see people enjoying simple moments together. While I sit on the bench, I listen to the sounds around me. I hear birds singing in the nearby trees, footsteps on the old stone street, and quiet conversations between customers and farmers. From time to time, I hear someone laughing or the sound of paper bags being opened. These small sounds make the market feel alive without being stressful. I look at the bouquet of flowers in my shopping bag and smile. I imagine them on my kitchen table later in the day. They will remind me of this beautiful Saturday morning every time I see them. Small things like fresh flowers can make an ordinary day feel a little more special. After my short break, I stand up and continue exploring the market. I check my shopping list once again to make sure I have everything I need. I have vegetables, fruit, bread, flowers, honey, jam, cheese, and eggs. There is only one thing left that I would like to buy. I decide to return to the bakery because I would like something sweet for the afternoon. The smell of warm bread is still wonderful, and the display is now full of small cakes and pastries. Everything looks delicious, and it is difficult to choose only one. After looking for a few moments, I decide to buy a small apple cake. It looks simple, homemade, and perfect with a cup of coffee. The baker carefully places it in a small box, and I put it safely into my shopping bag. Now I have everything I wanted to buy. Before leaving, I walk slowly around the market one last time. I enjoy looking at the different stalls and watching people continue their shopping. Every stand has its own colours, smells and personality. The vegetable stalls are full of bright colours. The bakery smells warm and inviting. The flower stall brings beauty to the square, and the honey stand shines in the sunlight with its golden jars. Everywhere I look, there is something pleasant to discover. I think about how easy it is to buy everything quickly in a supermarket. It is certainly faster, but it does not feel the same. At the farmer's market, I can see where the food comes from, discover local products, and enjoy the experience instead of rushing through it. I also enjoy supporting local farmers. They work hard to grow vegetables, make cheese, bake bread, or produce honey. Buying directly from them makes me feel connected to my community. It is a simple way to support people who produce fresh and delicious food. Finally, I decide it is time to go home. I leave the market square with my full shopping bag and begin walking back through the quiet streets. The sun is now higher in the sky, and the town is becoming busier than it was earlier in the morning. As I walk home, I pass the small park once again. More people are enjoying the sunshine now. Some children are playing, a few people are reading on benches, and others are walking their dogs. I slow down for a moment and enjoy this peaceful scene before continuing my walk. The bag is heavy, but I do not mind. Every step reminds me of the enjoyable morning I have just spent. Sometimes, a quiet walk and a visit to the local market are enough to make an ordinary weekend feel special. When I arrive home, I place my shopping bag on the kitchen table and slowly take everything out. I enjoy looking at all the fresh products I bought during the morning. The bright red tomatoes, the green herbs, the warm loaf of bread, the colourful flowers, and the small jars of honey and jam make my kitchen feel warm and welcoming. The first thing I do is put the flowers into a glass vase. I fill it with fresh water and place it in the middle of the table. The flowers immediately brighten the room, and I smile every time I look at them. It is amazing how something so simple can completely change the atmosphere of a home. Next, I organize all the food. I put the vegetables in the refrigerator, place the bread on the kitchen counter, and carefully store the cheese, eggs, honey, and jam. I enjoy keeping everything neat because it makes cooking later much easier. For lunch, I decide to prepare a simple meal using the fresh ingredients I have just bought. I wash the tomatoes and the basil, cut everything into small pieces, and add slices of the local cheese. I finish the salad with a little olive oil and enjoy it with several pieces of fresh bread. The meal is very simple, but it tastes wonderful. Fresh ingredients have a different flavor, and I can really notice the difference. Every bite reminds me of the market and the people who produced the food. Eating becomes more enjoyable when I know where my ingredients come from. After lunch, I prepare a cup of tea and add a little honey from the jar I bought earlier. Then I take a small piece of the apple cake from the bakery and sit near the window. The afternoon is quiet and the sunlight fills the room with a soft, warm light. As I drink my tea, I look at the flowers on the table and think about my morning. I remember the colourful stalls, the smell of fresh bread, the friendly atmosphere, and the peaceful walk through the market. It was not an exciting adventure, but it was exactly the kind of morning that helps me relax. Sometimes life becomes very busy. We often hurry from one place to another without paying attention to the small things around us. Visiting the farmer's market reminds me to slow down, take my time, and enjoy simple moments that make everyday life more enjoyable. I also enjoy knowing that I am supporting local farmers and small businesses. Every product has a story behind it. Someone planted the vegetables, baked the bread, collected the honey, or prepared the homemade jam. Thinking about that makes me appreciate my food even more. As the afternoon slowly turns into evening, I prepare a simple dinner using the vegetables I bought earlier. I cook the carrots, slice the tomatoes, and enjoy another piece of fresh bread with cheese. It is a quiet and comfortable meal, and I feel grateful for everything I found at the market. Before going to bed, I clean the kitchen and look once more at the flowers on the table. They still look beautiful, and their colours remind me of the cheerful market square. I know they will stay fresh for several days, bringing a little happiness to my home each morning. I think about next Saturday and smile. I will probably visit the farmer's market again. Maybe I will discover different seasonal fruit, another type of cheese, or a new homemade product that I have never tried before. There is always something new to see, even when I visit the same market. I like having simple traditions in my life. They give me something to look forward to every week. A quiet walk, fresh food, friendly people, and a peaceful morning are sometimes all I need to feel happy and relaxed. As I turn off the lights and get ready for bed, I realize that the best memories are often the simplest ones. A visit to the farmer's market may seem like an ordinary activity, but it fills my day with fresh air, beautiful colors, delicious food, and peaceful moments. Next Saturday, I will take my reusable shopping bag once again. I will walk through the quiet streets, visit the colorful stalls, and enjoy another relaxing morning. Because sometimes the simplest days become the ones we remember the most.